Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. We are now in the killing game route. This is going to be a chapter all about us in a killing game with a unusual mastermind called Sponsor, a very powerful person. They think that the suit is the reason why he's powerful. I disagree. I don't think that's the case. The suit itself, we actually saw them put it on in chapter 13. It's a leap suit. It's how you can transfer from, I believe, one timeline to another, where in one timeline Ito is dead, the other timeline Ito is alive. So it's like a Shoryuken, is that Shoryuken? I don't know. The little cat in the box thing, you know what I mean? But the point though is they think that if they can get rid of the bees that he can control like these giant bees or whatever, and they just get rid of the suit, they're good. They can take him out and they can stop this killing game. But so the alliance that's going to be dealing with that is Haruko, Darumi, and Takumi, and we just now recruited Yagamu for the alliance to stop the sponsor. And I'm curious who the sponsor is. They're suggesting sponsor's the same as Karara, the Karara impersonator from the mystery route. I don't think so. I think what we're seeing is an entire timeline of characters is kind of like they're all working together and going across other timelines to get the codes. I think that's what we're seeing. I don't know, but I'm very interested in this. This is going to be awesome. I'm really excited to get through this route. But we're only on day 28, so this game is wild by how long we can take on this, you know? And I don't think we're going to get free time in this route. Some routes you can get a little bit of free time. Other routes you can't. But the important thing is you can just keep doing the free times over and over again. Day 9 of chapter 13, I think it is. It's like the best time to be able to do it because everybody's available, everybody likes you, except Ito maybe. But we could always go back and do Ito another time. Anywho, let's get into it now, okay? So, Yagamu agreed to join the anti-sponsor alliance so readily. I almost felt disappointed. That's it? You're not going to think about it a little more? You're not going to... Going up against someone virtually invincible, you know? It's a risk. It's a risky gamble that may very well be the end of our own debts. The same amount of risk we're facing if we continue playing this game, right? We may not end in this last place during the first round, but what about the second? What about the third, the fourth, and so on? We'd be completely worn out by then. Would we be able to drive any commanders who choose to launch an attack during that time? Either way, our strength will slowly be sapped away. Exactly. None of the others have noticed yet. But we're standing at the crossroads of destiny right now. Either way, we break free of the situation either by defeating the sponsor or get slowly tortured to death as the game drags on. So you can imagine how grateful I am to Haruko for taking the lead and revolting against the status quo. The thing is, his expression darkened. I have one major cause of concern with this alliance. What's that? Haruko's current teammate, Darumi. She made no secret how much she loves the killing games. Hard to believe she'd be sympathetic to our quest to put an end to this game. You know what I mean? I'm sure Haruko will find a clever way to hide it from her, or something. She said it as much last night. But what does Darumi think about this plan? Killing the sponsor to end the game? She may get mad because she loves killing games so much. I'm keeping it a secret from her. She's merely an in-game partner. That is all. I was never going to let her join the anti-sponsor alliance. Okay, I was wrong right away. Haruko just proved me wrong. Darumi is not part of it, which makes sense. But I don't know. Darumi is just such a simp towards Haruko. You know what I mean? Incomprehensible. Why even bother teaming up with her in the first place? I'm sure she has her reasons that she won't reveal even if we pressed. Well, I think I have the reason for it, actually. Let's assume for a moment Darumi was just on her own. She was just doing whatever the hell she wanted, right? So what she could do is, she could just immediately go to start killing people. You know what I mean? She is a risk, more than if she's on her own. Better to have somebody with a literal leash on her, which is what Haruko is doing right now. Yes, femme fatale. Thy name is Haruko. Not that I approve of allies keeping secrets from each other. You speak for yourself. Point taken. We'll put Darumi on the back burner. So what exactly are we expected to do? Good question. Our top priority is to earn as many points as possible. The plan immediately falls apart if anyone in this alliance gets executed in the first round. Stay in a rank that safeguards you from the outcome. Understood. Safety first. Basically, focus on the hunt in the morning and anti-sponsor activities in the afternoon. Your role in the alliance is... I want the anatomy and abilities of this bee to be thoroughly analyzed. This will primarily be Yugamu's job, since he's so good at dissection. Good. You mean fabulous. I'm dying to get my hands on one of those bees' remains already. By the way, what's your role? Takumi, I want you to investigate the identity of the sponsor. Focus on whether they're an invader or not. How exactly am I going to do that? Look up books in the library or something? Horses for courses and all that jazz, right? Best person to ask about invaders would be an invader herself. So Ava, then. Yeah, Haruko passed me the key to the cage in the courtyard and said she'll leave the interrogation to me. You think she'll be cooperative? She's a former commander. We captured and imprisoned. I doubt she'll betray her companion so easily. I know. Let me tag along. I'm quite the killer torturer, if I do say so myself. No, you stay far, far away from her. And wipe that drool off your face. It wasn't easy for me to build some semblance of a friendly relationship with Ava, and I wasn't about to let this lunatic flush that down the proverbial toilet. Acknowledged. I'll follow Haruko's general directions as instructed. That means going out there to earn some invader points, right? Now? Right now. You ready to go? Yeah! Yeah! I'm ready when you are. Let's go. Alright, do we get a battle right now? That'd be cool. I applied Yugamu's advice from yesterday about treating the killings as mundane work. Lifting up my sword quietly and bringing them down nonchalantly. It's just work, I kept repeating myself in my head. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Yeah, so we're not getting an actual fight anymore. Lame. Lame. Alright, whatever. No, that sponsor isn't one of us. Oh, that was easy. When I asked Ava about the sponsor's identity, she flatly rejected the possibility of them being an invader. Absolutely impossible. I could stake my life on it. You must have solid proof to be so sure. The proof is in the strangeness of their abilities. If there were truly one of our ilk, they wouldn't be using blood-sucking bees to fight. What do you mean? Bees are taboo in your religion or something? Not the bee, the blood-sucking. The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments. Divine blood? Meaning the cryptoglobin running in our veins. Absorbing cryptoglobin was prohibited. That reminded me of something similar I had heard during the previous 100 days. Hemonema, or cryptoglobin, was it? Absorbing cryptoglobin is a taboo of the highest order. Which proved that the sponsor of this game couldn't have been an invader, since they absorbed Karara's cryptoglobin. First of all, if the host were one of us, why would they organize a game to hunt their own kind? Huh? Yeah, good point. It didn't make sense for an invader to urge the enemy to hunt down other invaders. However, this did complicate matters. If the sponsor was neither a special defense unit nor school invader, Did that mean they were an unknown third party? By the way, Takumi, if you don't mind me asking. Ava suddenly changed the subject. Remember that favor I asked for the other day? Did you bring it to me? Bring what? You know, my mask. You promised me you'd return it to me. Right. She did ask for her mask a while back. Please, return my mask to me.
Huh?
Your mask? The mask I was wearing on the battlefield. My people highly value our mask. We consider them as part of us. The mask was really important to her. As much as I'd like to give it back to her right now. I'm sorry, Ava. I'm going to have to go back on that promise. You'll have to bare your face for a little while longer. What? Why? Why are you being so mean to me? So she grabbed hold of the cage with her bars and protested. As she protested, tears welling up. Exposing our plain faces is as embarrassing as walking around outside without clothes. Do you enjoy humiliating me so? This is prisoner abuse. Wait, calm down. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just the timing's not right. What do you mean the timing's not right? The mask is a symbol of your identity as commander, right? Wearing it will make everyone realize that you're also a target of the invader hunt. As a commander, Ava was most likely one of the targets of this game. Her death would likely result in a lot of points. If anyone realized that, she was bound to be murdered sooner or later.
Hey!
I can't give you back the mask in order to keep you safe, that's all. I can protect myself. I'm not known as a hero among my people for nothing. But you can't use any of the powers while you're inside as a prisoner. You'll be a sitting duck. But, look, you just have to accept it. I'm not about to sit around and watch you get killed. You're not getting your mask back, no matter what. Ava looked entirely unconvinced, and it seemed like she was about to protest again. But this is awful. Okay, is it possible she's planning a jailbreak? Because she almost jailbreaked last time too, remember? She almost jailbreaked whenever she was doing the, whatever it was called, the, using the water trick. So maybe she's going to do that again. That's maybe part of her plan. She would need to, maybe to slip underneath. Hey, cheer up. Once the game is over, you can have your mask back, okay? A maskless life isn't that bad. Once in a while, see? No risk of heat damage to your face. I'm very sorry. She ignored my encouragement and apologies in favor of glaring at me through half-lidded eyes.
You're so useless. Can't even fetch a simple mask for me?
Wow. You know, I was giving her the Valley Girl voice before. I think that was pretty apt. I think I was 100% right. I thought I'd be imagining things. Did she just whisper something really out of character for her? Ava, sorry, can you repeat that again? Did I hear you calling me useless? Do you have a problem with me speaking the truth now? I can go on, you know.
Takumi's a gibbering idiot! The enemy of all maidenkind! Downright pervert! I'll sue you for prisoner abuse one day.
Sue? What? She's like Kibo, you know what I mean? He's like, we're homophobic. Yeah. She did a complete about face. What could have transformed that sweet, docile lady from just now into this sharp-tongued witch? I'm guessing these are your true colors, huh? Yes, I'm done playing nice. I know I won't be getting anything out of you. This is the pits of the pits. After all that hard work, I didn't even get to see a glimpse of my mask. Why don't you just give it back already? The shock of not being able to get her mask back made Ava burst into tears. She had been putting up an act all along this time. I was astonished by the fact and annoyed by her hurtful accusation. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, What am I supposed to do now? I couldn't muster the anger to chide her as she wept sadly. She was likely mentally strained from the stress of being held in the middle of an enemy stronghold. No wonder everybody hates me. Quietly left the courtyard so as to not agitate Ava any further. That was different. Was not expecting that. After that, I returned to my room and organized the information I'd gotten out of Eva in a notebook. Then once again, night fell. Oh, so I put it in a notebook now. So if I put it in a notebook, wouldn't somebody be able to find it and like try to rat us out for favor
Heady
from
soldiers,
sponsor?
it's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Good night. Oh. The bedtime announcement played. By rights, we should all be turning off the lights and jumping into bed right now, but the Alliance meeting shall now begin. We'll take turns to share our findings of the day with each other. It had been decided that the anti-sponsor Alliance would be holding nightly meetings in my room to exchange information starting from tonight. You start first, Takumi. Did you learn anything about the new identity of the sponsor? Yes, according to what Ava told me, I shared the results of my investigation with everyone and how the bee could not have been a weapon of the invader, the blood-sucking is taboo, and could have been since they sucked Kara's blood. In conclusion, it's quite likely the sponsor is an unknown third party unrelated to us or the school invaders. That's all for me. We're already having enough trouble with the invaders, and now there's a third party. This is highly displeasing. Be that as it may, I must commend you for your job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Thanks. Can you get Can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? I'll work on it if I feel like it. So that's a no. Allow me to go next. After dismembering the dead bee and investigating its anatomy, I made several discoveries. First of all, the bee was modeled after a type of parasitic wasp, a horrible species of parasites. The body that parasites is the body of butterflies, larvae, and feed off of their innards. Gotcha. Understood. Basically, the bee is simply a scaled-up version of a parasitic wasp. There's just one major difference between this bee and an actual parasitic bee, or parasitic wasp. Bees and hornets usually use their stingers to inject poison into an enemy's body. This giant bee, however, uses it to suck out, like a blood-collecting device of sorts. It works like a mosquito sting. We all saw the bee use it to suck out the blood out of Clara. Yes. She was drained in a few seconds, a testament to the strength of its suction. But it does bring up another question. The body of the bee was nowhere to store the blood it sucked. So where did Carrara's blood disappear to? Maybe it was warped to another place instantly. It's likely that's what's happening. Maybe it's designed to transfer all the nutrients it sucks up into the sponsor's stomach. In other words, the sponsor's using the bees to consume the corrupt blood. Just a hypothesis. If that turned out to be true, it would mean the sponsor absorbed Carrara's blood. The thought of my friend's blood being used as food sparks an intense rage. That's all I've got. Let's hear what Hiruko has to say now. Any progress in the suit when the sponsors were? Yes, I'd venture to say there's some major progress. Much more than I initially expected. I may be able to get my hands on a spare suit worn by the sponsor in the very near future. There's a spare suit? Yes, and I've almost pinpointed the exact location. All that's left is to refine the coordinates. So, chapter 13, when Hiruko went to the Leap Lab, or whatever it's called, and found the Leap suits, there it is. So, this is her finding it. Hiruko previously said that the sponsor's invincibility came from that suit. if we could secure something similar, wouldn't that make us invincible as well? Where's that spare? We could look for it together. No, that won't work. I'll search for it myself. Why? 3 sets of eyes are faster than 1, right? Because I'm the only one who can find that place. Something terrible beyond all imagination may happen if someone other than me discovered it. So don't even try. Understood? Her assertive tone made it clear that there would be no future discussion on the matter. Something that could cause the usual placid Haruko to get so worked up had to be extraordinary. Okay, I respect your wishes even if I don't understand. It's for the best. Moving on, what's the plan for tomorrow and beyond? I need you to continue your research. We're having a dire lack of good information right now. Don't forget to keep earning points in the game as well. Stay in 6th place or higher. Also, avoid situations that may end up with you dying to mere minions as well. We're going with safety first. If you accidentally die, I'll bring you back to life and kill you myself. Takumi. Why only me? Because if anyone will screw up, it's you. I'll be fine. Yagamu's with me, and I'm not that bad of a fighter myself. You should be watching out for yourself. You were the first to die last time. Please, are you talking to me? I'm much stronger than Haruko. You knew. Wait, what? I'm much stronger than the Haruko you knew. Darumi and I can take out a commander or 2 by ourselves. Darumi, huh? Yugamu's expression darkened. Haruko, I just don't get it. Why would you team up with Darumi of all people? I'll be brutally honest. The fact that you're a team doesn't sit right with me. She loves her killing games. I can't imagine she won't at least try to sabotage our work if she ever finds out about it. Rest assured that she'll never find out. She's just my in-game partner. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm talking about the what-ifs right now. You can't guarantee that it won't happen. You really ought to dissolve your partnership with her. No, I'm not letting her out of my sight. She has an important role to play as well. Which is, I can't tell you. Why not? Shouldn't allies share as much information with each other as possible? Yugamu continued to question Haruko about her reason for teaming up with Darumi, but she kept quiet throughout. The alliance meeting ended on a slight sour note because of that. Day 29. It's been 4 days since the game started, and I had gotten used to fighting outside the academy. I would wander around the towns quietly in search of invaders and strike them down using as little energy as possible. Okay, so a few things real quick. Haruko is legit acting like she knows this is a Haruko from another timeline that went back to the past, just like Takumi. She's acting just like that, which is weird. I don't understand. How come she's the one looping? You know what I mean? Not other people. It's kind of weird. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, so let's just move on. I wander around the town quietly in search of invaders and strike them down using as little energy as possible. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Take their lives. Detach yourselves. It's just work. Nice. Seems like I'm in pretty good form today. I doubted I would end up in the last place in the first round if I kept this up. But ensuring my survival wasn't enough for me to put it at ease. The ultimate goal of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance was to put an end to this killing game by killing the sponsor. What was the sponsor hoping to achieve by making us do this? I couldn't get that one thought out of my mind as I cut down one invader after another. The way the sponsor and Siraya were similar. Both were trying to make us fight against invaders. Siraya never ordered us to fight outside the academy. He always insisted we fought on the academy grounds. On the other day, the rules laid down by the sponsor basically forbade us from doing so. They were designed to make us fight outside. Why was the sponsor so determined to make us fight out here? Did they not want us using the revive-o-matic? Dying outside meant our dead bodies couldn't be revived. Was that the sponsor's objective, to ensure that anyone who died would stay dead? Hey Takumi, when did your hands go on vacation? I was jolted back to reality by Yugamu's teasing. Sorry, it was just thinking about something. It's dangerous to think and kill at the same time. There's a fine line between familiarity and carelessness. That's true. Keep your mind on the hunt for now. Don't forget that Haruko warned you last night about getting killed. You're right, sorry about that. I refocus my mind at the task at hand. With my sword in hand, and my mind clear, I resume the work of hunting down invaders. Yugamu and I spent the better part of the morning killing together. Yeah, we're going to check the scoreboard. We returned to the academy the last little past noon and immediately made our way to the leisure lounge. Shoma's still there. We checked the latest rankings. It looks like Yugamu's in 6th. Tsubasa. Wow. Tsubasa 5. Okay, so let's see here. Anybody surprising? Ima and Kaku last. Okay. Takumaru, Nozomi, Kiyoshika, Yugamu, Tsubasa, Takumi. Okay, so Tsubasa's the surprising one. I think everybody else is fair. And Kiyoshika is a little surprising. There,
I'm in 4th place, and Yugamu's in 6th.
Our position had slipped from the first day, but we were still within the top bracket. Since it was already the 4th day, it was unlikely we would tumble all the way to the bottom this round unless something catastrophic happened.
Shoma's currently in last place.
I had told myself not to look at the other positions, but my eyes naturally drifted to the last spot. Speaking of leaderboard positions...
Tsubasa's is surprisingly high.
That's what I said, yeah. She was clearly holding her teammates back yesterday. You don't have to mind me. Go on and get more points for yourselves. Tsubasa, you promised not to say that anymore. Looking out for another... What teammates do. No wrestler worth their salt abandons their tag partners to get ahead in the match. She's likely benefiting from the points sharing system. What points sharing system? What? You haven't noticed? There's a way to earn points in the game without killing any invaders yourself. Yugamu took out a notepad and started drawing some sort of diagram on it. Oh, there we go. Let's say, for example, a 10-point enemy appears in front of you. You kill that enemy by yourself. You get 10 whole points.
Oh.
But if I help you in the fight, I gain a percentage of those 10 points. Could be 50-50 or 80-20 split, depending on the situation. It all hinges on how much each person contributed in the fight. Simply joining the fight earns you at least 10% of the points. Tsubasa's Himo and Ima is very versatile, so I'm sure she's earning points by supporting the others. So every member of the team gets some credit as long as they work together, like in sports. A strange but fitting comparison. Weaker players earn points by focusing their efforts on supporting other players. Stronger players gain support by offering to share points with those who do. This game may not be about pure combat prowess, but how well we work together. We're being tested on our teamwork in a killing game? Yeah, so if everybody just was together fighting, well, maybe not. A killing game usually pits participants against each other, but the rules for this one clearly lent itself to fostering teamwork. Had this been implemented to adjust the difficulty of the game to our level, or did the sponsor have ulterior motive? I returned to my room, unable to quash the indescribable wave of nausea threatening to bowl me over. What should I do this afternoon? I was in my room trying to figure out what I could do. Before our nightly meeting, my role in the anti-sponsor alliance was to find out the identity of the sponsor, but It's just not as easy as it sounds. I felt like I needed a clear direction. Like, where was I supposed to even start? If only I had a hint of sorts to help me get the ball. I suppose I'll just ask around. Asking around for information would be the best way to find out clues that might shed more light on them. Ask around, yes. That's what I'll be doing today. The others would surely be shocked to see the most unpopular guy in school right now approaching them out of the blue. But I can't just hold up in my room all day without at least trying something. I steeled myself before dashing out of the room. Alright, we're going inside. Let's go. Okay, we get to talk to everyone. Oh, cool, Tsubasa's right here. Hey, Tsubasa. Oh, I love it. Takumi? Tsubasa lowered her eyes awkwardly when I called her. I'm sorry for abandoning you the other day. Did everything turn out all right after? Yeah, I managed to walk away with my life somehow. Yugamu and I are a team now. Well, I'm just glad you're safe. I don't want to see any more of my friends die. Though that means Shoma's in trouble for the first round, huh? Why? He's not taking part in the game at all. Takamaru's been pulling out all the stops to invite him, but he refuses to even leave his room. I see, Shoma's probably going to be the first to die if things continue like this. But we could save him if we took down the sponsor before that happened. Tsubasa, do you know anything about the sponsor? I'm trying to find out their true identity. That's a question I'd like to answer myself. Why did they show up and make us take part in the killing game? None of it makes any sense. Yeah, I agree. What if we could get Shoma on our team? That'd be pretty cool. And we could kill Kako. That'd be kind of fun. Kako, whatever. Hey, Takamaru, can I have a minute? I'm gathering information about the sponsor right now. Sorry, man. Ain't got nothing to say to you. You're just bad luck these days, and everything you touch turns to ashes. Bad luck, huh? Just part of being a school jinx, I guess. This is kind of weird how they make us do this, you know? I haven't ever shied away from talking to everybody, you know what I mean? It seems like this is one of those moments. Info about the sponsor's identity? Oh my, are you investigating that too? Too? As in, you're looking into this? You bet. I even tried to film the day in the life documentary of the sponsor sometime. Day in the life? No! First, I made a camera to Cryptomatic, then I tailed the sponsor for 24 hours. By the way, if they ever revealed their face during that time, we'd catch it on film, right? And you did? And did you? Oh, I wish. They cling to that spacesuit like it's championship belt itself. How's it possible to carry out any sort of daily routine with that suit on? What about food? The sponsor doesn't eat. Doesn't eat? Oh yeah, I never saw them eat or sleep even once. Just kept buzzing out orders to the B underlings, but day in and day out. The sponsor can stay active for 24 hours without any food or sleep. It sounds unbelievable to me, but Moko wasn't the type to tell tall tales. We're dealing with the real main event headliner here. Better be ready for a Royal Rumble if you're trying to unveil their identity. Okay, well that's good to know. Talk to Ava again. She's gonna be pissed. She's gonna be so mad. Hey, girlfriend. Oh, she's mad. She was in her cell looking as dejected as I'd left her. She was clearly still aghast at not being able to get her mask back. Well, thanks for that info. Thanks for making me talk to her, game. Reminded me about all my mistakes. Oh, hey, YouTube. What's going on? Do not speak to me as if we were friends. I will never, ever forgive you for sending Lady Kurara to her dismal death. Begone, accursed Grim Reaper, and give Lady Kurara back to me. Calm down, Kiyoshika. I'm sorry, Takumi, but Kiyoshika's still very angry about what happened, so I I know it wasn't popular, but actually having such vitriol spewed directly in my face was a sobering moment. Alright, let's see who else we got. Oh, Darumi. Playing slots. This is bliss!
Yeah.
Whoa, who shouted that?
It is I, Darumi, and I'm shouting because this is the happiest I've ever been. Yeah! Killing game, check. Mistress Hiruko's lapdog, check. Killing every day and night, check, and check. I'm Mistress Hiruko's loyal lapdog in a killing game. What else does a person need to be happy in life? Just thinking about how I'm gonna wring the innards out of one of those invaders tomorrow releases so many endorphins into my brain. I may just pass out from sheer pleasure. Tsurumi's enjoying her current situation, with every fiber of her being. I still couldn't understand why Hiruko would team up with someone like that. Yeah. Okay, I've collected quite a bit of information. I've learned a lot, and was glad I mustered up the courage to talk to everyone. After putting the information down in a notebook, they keep bringing up this notebook. I am terrified by what this notebook's going to have. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's nighttime. Yeah, there we go. I put down what's in the notebook, and then it's nighttime. All right. For the anti-sponsor alliance, the bedtime announcement was now a call to action instead of a reminder to rest. A sign of us to gather and report on the day's findings. So, now we know it's highly possible the sponsor doesn't eat or sleep. And still manages to be so powerful. They should just quit sponsoring killing games and go make a killing in the business world instead. Who would be impressed with a corporate soldier who can work all day and night? This is neither the time nor the place to be joking around. It's precisely the time and place to be funny. Morbid humor is the best way to deal with morbid situations. That's just how strong the enemy we're up against is. Right, Hiruko? This sponsor person is an enigma. Stays active for 24 hours without any sort of nutritional replenishment. Are we dealing with a robot? We can't rule out the possibility considering what little we know of their identity. But that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Thanks, but can I get something other than backhanded compliment once in a while? Was that a joke? It must be. Your entire existence is one. Well, aren't you something yourself? Allow me to share my additional findings on the bee anatomy next. I got down to business today by dismembering the bee to its smallest parts. Some interesting truths to uncover. Despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardiness to match. The joints snap out of place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort at all. It's all fragile as life itself. But it can't be so weak. These bees killed Kurara like it was nothing. Their bodies were likely enhanced by some supernatural means when they were still alive. Supernatural, in other words, hemonema. The ability to move around without needing to eat or rest. Hemonema enhanced bees. The more we tried to pry into the sponsor's busyness, the more of the uncanny strengths we seemed to discover. But none of these proved to be the sponsor themselves was impossible to defeat. If we could just find a way to get them out of the invisibility suit. Invisibility suit. It's invisibility, not invincibility. It's invincibility, sorry. Last but not least, let's hear what Hiruko has to tell us. Did you find the spare suit you talked about? Yes, I pinpointed the location yesterday. If all goes well, I should be able to get my hands on the suits by tomorrow. Really? I honestly wasn't expecting to find it so soon, yeah. Once we actually have it, uncovering a weakness or two, would be trivial work. Unfortunately for the sponsor, their invader hunt is about to draw a premature close. An end to this abominable invader hunt seemed like a dream, but Haruko seemed confident the odds were in our favor. Anything we could do to help you secure the spare suit? Quite a lot. In fact, I'd venture to say I couldn't possibly recover the suit without your help. The suit is located somewhere to the south of this campus. Huh? Oh, to the south of this campus? Yeah, okay. So, okay. Actually, getting the suit is going to be the easy part. The thing is, if the bees flying around find out we're doing something, all the effort will go down in the drain. Because then the sponsor would realize we're up to something. That's why we're going to need a little bit of creative prep work to hoodwink those roaming bees. With that preface, Haruko shared with us a brief outline of the plan. Our operation commences at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The three of us here plus Darumi will head south in the direction of the town. That's where, somewhere in the vicinity of this area, we'll start hunting down invaders. As we do, we'll destroy the ruins around there in the flashiest way possible, kicking up as much dust as ash as we can. I'll use the sudden drop of invisibility as camouflage to secretly move to the place the spare suit without being discovered by bees. We'll meet up once I find the suit. Rush back to the school to examine until we could discover their weaknesses. After we ascertain a way to destroy the invincibilities, it's a showdown time with the sponsor. Haruko's plan was simple but bold. Okay, question. Real quick. Haruko knows a general idea as to where this thing is, including pinpointing it down. She was able to pinpoint it out. Could it be that a previous Takumi described the building at one point in the general direction, and she's been hunting with Darumi around the south to find the building itself? And when she found it, she's like, that's where it is. I need to go in there later. Boom. Okay. And then now she's executing the plan. Could it be possible that we're kind of dealing with like a loop, if you will? So it's Haruko tells Takumi, or shows Takumi where the leap suits are, and then later on in, like, let's assume Underline Defense 3, Takumi reveals to Haruko where the suits are, and then Haruko goes back to here and has an idea where it's at. And then goes through this, goes to Underline Defense 3, and then goes back to Underline Defense 2? Is that possible? I guess it is, you know. She would absolutely end everything tomorrow if circumstances allowed. Both the invader hunt and the sponsor themselves. Will you help me, Takumi and Yugamu? An earnest plea from Haruko without her usual barbs was straight yes from me. I nodded vigorously. Of course I'll help you. Let's get that suit and bring down the sponsor together. I'm against this plan. I won't be joining it. What's gotten into you, Yugamu? Is there something wrong with the plan? Nothing wrong with the plan per se. What's wrong is one of the participants. Haruko, why are you letting Darumi join the operation tomorrow? You've been insisting all this time she's nothing but an in-game partner and not a member of the anti-sponsor alliance. She's very strong. She'll be useful in combat. That's nice, but what guarantee is there she won't turn around and slit our throats after learning of the plan? She lives and breathes killing games. I can already picture her lunging at us in understained anger when she finds out we're trying to stop her beloved game. You're overthinking this. She'll be too engrossed in the game to even notice what we're doing. That's my point, see? It's counterproductive to let someone so engrossed with killing games into your confidence. I disagree. I'm bringing her along tomorrow by hook or by crook. I have my reasons. Oh, such as? The discussion was leading nowhere. Neither Haruko nor Yugamu seemed willing to compromise. Tomorrow's operation would be aborted if we didn't find a way to break the stalemate. I had to do something. I'm afraid I have to take Yugamu's side this time, Haruko. We're putting our lives on the line tomorrow. Yet at the same time, you're trying to involve someone outside of the Alliance. You can't blame us for feeling hesitant. Even you think so? She averted her eyes and bit her lips. Fine, I won't ask for your help anymore. I'll get this to myself. Hold on. I'm not finding fault with you or anything. I reached out quickly and grabbed Haruko's hand before she could. We understand you have secrets you can't fully share with us, and we know you have your reasons. But can't you at least tell us something? It has to be something out of the ordinary, right? You're not the type to insist on doing things your way for mere selfish reasons. And how are you so sure I'm not? Because you trusted me. So I trust you too. It was Haruko who trusted me and brought me out when everyone else had shunned me, calling me a jinx. If she needed help, I want to do everything in my power to help her. I quietly pleaded with Haruko while intensely staring at her in her eyes, praying hard that she would trust and lean on me. And then... It was a sigh of resignation. The trouble with your generic face is how it completely disarms me when you're spouting the occasional hero-like rhetoric. Very well. You will have the full explanation of why I must bring Darumi along. Really? Yes, but not here, outside. I'll be waiting for you on the roof. Come along. Why? With that, she exited the room. But her wanting to meet with me alone. Oh, for the love of murder, I'm the outcast now. I don't mind. Go ahead, Takumi. I'll be right here, keeping your bed warm for you until you return. Yeah, thanks. I'll be safe. I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. It's scary. Yeah, thanks. I'll be right back after I hear what she has to say. Also, don't touch my dog. No promises. Please promise. I love it. That's funny. I left Yugamu behind in my room and went out on the roof. Huh? Haruko. I didn't see Haruko on the roof, even though she said she'd be waiting for me. Unless she went back to her room. Over here, Takumi. Oh, we're sitting at the same spot. Yeah! I turned toward the direction of the voice, and I saw Haruko sitting on the ledge. She was staring intently at something. I followed her gaze, and there was the artificial satellite floating up in the sky.
Do you long to see the people living there again?
Her question was sudden and unexpected.
Of course I do. That's what I'm fighting so hard for.
Yes, you would be right. We're all fighting here because there are people we want to see again. We'll be able to go back to them after this war ends. That's what motivates us to keep going. In other words, that's why we're so determined not to die here. However, Darumi has none of that. She's got nowhere to return to.
Nowhere? Surely she has family who can take her in.
Not all families are worth going back to. Not that I expect you to understand.
She was right. I didn't understand. How could I? It was my cherished dream to be surrounded by parents and Kuroa at the dinner table again someday.
Takumi, do you know why Darumi is so enamored with killing games?
No.
It's very simple. She grew up in an environment that was like a killing game in itself. If she'd let her guard down, even for a brief moment, she'd be abused by her parents or teachers. Punishment awaited her at every turn for no reason other than the adults in her life having a bad day. None of the grown-ups who were supposed to be looking out for her reached out to help in her time of need. You see? Just like a killing game, right?
I had an inkling Darumi may not have come from the best of family environments, but I had no idea it was that. I'm not surprised leeching off someone else without ever giving anything back and abusing them on top of that. Sounds like my scumbag brother. Yeah, I remember that line. Right? Just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. Dad goes to see horse races on Sunday afternoons and beats me when he loses his bets. I remember that, yeah. She wasn't kidding about that.
And when you go through life living like that, you can't help but wonder, why?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Why am I the only one suffering like this? Why can't everyone suffer together with me, young and old, male and female? We should all suffer together. Use up our lives, our very existences, to entertain ourselves through misery. That's why she loves her killing game so much. It's the closest thing to her ideal world she can find.
So she was being dead serious when she talked about wanting to start a killing game.
Dead and buried 6 feet underground. She would have given her life for it.
What sort of mentality could drive a person to be this desperate for a killing game to begin with?
Her wish to see the whole world turn into a killing game was never going to come true under normal circumstances. But as fate decreed, that wish somehow actually did come true.
When the sponsor showed up, the sponsor of the killing game suddenly appeared in midair one day. Darumi must have felt like her childhood dream was finally coming true.
She's on cloud 9 right now, living out a dream that once seemed impossible to achieve. And she intends to die in it, after playing to her heart's content.
Die? Even though her dream finally came true?
Exactly. Now that her dream has come true, she has nothing to live for anymore.
She didn't look like someone who wanted to die, though. The few times I've seen her outside the academy.
In fact, you guys were slaughtering the school invaders together quite enthusiastically. Someone who fought with such wanton abandon in a situation where there are no coming back from death couldn't exactly be the mentally sound now, could they? She was right. Someone with normal sensitivities would be a lot more cautious about this.
Without me keeping a close eye on her, she'll be running headlong into the largest group of invaders she can find. If I don't keep forcing her to return together, she'll keep on fighting, even past her limits. Even after returning, she always wants to go right back out to continue the hunt. It's not easy for me to keep pulling her back. She's basically committing slow suicide. I can't take my eyes off her for a minute.
Is that why you're so insistent on bringing her along for tomorrow's operation?
I just don't want to leave her alone to her own devices. A short while's fine, but I get the feeling we may be taking a while tomorrow. I have to take her along. If I don't want to come back to a dead Darumi, this whole plan would be pointless if even one person dies.
I was completely dumbfounded. Haruko was serious about saving everyone's lives. But then again, Haruko had always been like that, even last time. My primary goal here is to win the war. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. That was from the other one, right? Yeah. She would ensure no one got left behind by snatching them from the jaws of death, even if it meant taking their place. Her tenacity in this aspect had saved me. It was now saving her. My body trembled involuntarily, but I realized the depths of Hiruko's determination. I had to admit it. She was the real hero here. I feel bad for Darumi, but this game needs to end. The sooner the better. She's never going to come to her senses, unless she first wakes up from this sham of a dream. I'm begging you here, Takumi. Help me tomorrow. Yeah, of course. How could I possibly turn down a request from this awesome hero standing before me? I'll convince Yugamu to help as well. I can't believe he'll turn us down if I explain this to him. The four of us will rampage through the town together tomorrow and put an end to this invader hunt. We both stretch out our hand simultaneously and exchange a firm, solemn handshake. The only thing going through my mind at the time was what I could do to protect Haruko's kind-hearted resolve. We would work together to defeat the sponsor, and then let's all get to the best day 100 together. It's not bad, but Gaku's dead, bro. Gaku and Kurara's dead, so it can't be the best. But I was too naive. Kind-heartedness had no place on the battlefield because it was Haruko's kind-heartedness that led her to end up like that. Like what? Like what? Wait, what? I'm sorry?
Hirako!
No. She was lying on the ground with blood pouring out of her back. This was a mortal wound. There's no way she could recover from this. The attacker, if I remember correctly,
Squad 3 Commander!
What is this commander doing here? Why is Haruko lying in a pool of blood? Was she defeated by that commander? Nothing was making sense. My mind was in a state of
How did this happen?
Our plan was proceeding smoothly. We set off early, reached the part of town south of the school, started doing battle. Using the flashiest skills we had in our arsenal, we hunted every invader in the area. This was to draw the flying bees' attention to us. Sometime after the battle began, Haruko secretly left the area, like we had planned, in order to secure the spare suit. The bees were struggling to count the points Yugamu and I were racking up, and didn't seem to have noticed her since the absence. It felt like the plan was actually going to work. All we had to do was wait for Haruko to return with the suit, and that would lead us to victory. But then something unexpected happened. I took my officer to Rumi, who had been fighting with us for only a short while, and she vanished in a moment. She probably got overly excited and decided to expand the hunting. I panicked. Haruko would be heartbroken if anything happened to Rumi. I ran out of the vicinity in a desperate attempt to locate her, all the while imploring her in my heart to not do anything reckless that might end up making Haruko sad. I was praying hard for her safety, and just as I finally caught sight of Darumi on the other side of the rubble, the unthinkable happened. I couldn't make head nor tail of the scene, no matter how long or hard I stared at her.
Why? Why? Why is this happening?
Get a hold of yourself, Takumi!
I snapped back into my senses as Yagumi yelling. Yagumi! Haruko's down, most likely by a commander. Yugamu's face twisted into a hateful scowl when he turned to look at the commander. That's why I didn't want Darumi to come along. She's too high profile in a lot of ways. You can't blame the enemy for zeroing in on an attention-grabbing target. I'd wager the commander attacked Darumi first in this case. And when Haruko tried to help her, the commander attacked Darumi as she was rampaging around, and when Haruko tried to help, she got struck down instead. What do we do now? How can we save the both? Run away, that's what. The operation's failed. But we can't just abandon them. There's nothing we could do to turn the tide of this battle, especially not against the commander. We need to survive so that we could carry on Haruko's will. Yugamu's decision was sound, but the best outcome we could hope for right now is to avoid all of us dying. But did I really want that? Was that the point of surviving if I had to abandon a friend to do it? Abandon Haruko and Darumi to escape and wait for another chance, or jump in to save them without caring about the consequences? Oh, we're jumping in, boys. We're going in. We can face him. This bitch is mine.
We're saving Darumi. Let's go. To be honest with you, Darumi probably killed Haruko, to be honest with you. She probably killed him. Killed her. I'm going to save those two. You better get out of here before the commander notices you. Don't be crazy, Takumi. You won't accomplish anything by dying here. I know, you're absolutely right, but...
You are the Takumi I know. The same kind-hearted Takumi Sumino, with the most disheveled and generic mind, who always puts his friends above himself.
Haruko put her trust in me. I won't abandon her now. I cleared my mind with a battle cry and charged into the fray. Once I reached Haruko and Darumi, we launched into a painful one-sided battle against the enemy commander. Can we do it? Can I fight, please? Yeah, let's do this. Awesome. I got this.
Oh, Takumi, you came here to save us, huh? Thanks, bro. I hate to disappoint you after you came all this way, but we're totally headed for game over here. This is Haruko already out of action. I'm basically about to keel over too. Looks like we just bought ourselves a one-way ticket to hell. Why don't we just accept it and all die together?
If you got the energy to talk, you can still fight. Take out the weaker enemies first.
You got it, boss.
Alright, we're doing everything. Alrighty, let's do this.
Let's do this!
Let's do I can't believe that actually happened. Alright, let's see how well we can go. Okay, that was weird. Okay, sorry. I paused it. So, something weird happened. Basically, the commander didn't do anything. Yeah, anyone else just feeling like the commander's just playing with us? Yeah, that's what it felt like. So we cleared out everybody, and we only attacked the commander like a few times, and then it was the wave in. So I don't know what's going on. We're going to find out.
Anyone else got the feeling that the commander's just playing with us? He's not even attacking. He's just standing there all menacing.
I guess he knows he doesn't need to get involved directly. We're already outnumbered and outclassed. It's only a matter of time until they overwhelm us. Damn it. Yeah, thanks, Yugamu.
Ah.
You really are too dumb to live sometimes. Did you really think that you could take on a commander with just the two of you?
Yeah, we were close, dude. What are you doing here? I told you to run.
I'm making the most logical choice I can. We can't afford to lose you, Takumi. We'll have no chance of winning the war if we do. That means our only choice is to do something about this guy so we can get away with it.
So we can get away. It wasn't much of a plan, but at least we had hope now. With the three of us, we might be able to pull this off. Let's do this, guys. Give it everything you've got. Take him down. All right, here we go. More people coming. Shit, this is easy. This is hilarious.
Let's do this! Take this! Got it! Good to go! All right!
Sliding through, baby. Forgot what his counter distance is. I think it's here.
Take that!
Yeah. Oh, wow. I won? What? I want to kill him. We're so close. That was the end, though. That was it. Because it was a... There's no use. He's too strong. He's almost dead.
He's really is just playing with us. An extra fighter or two's not going to make any difference.
I love a murder. If he's going to kill us anyway. He could at least go all out, too. Half-assing it makes the whole thing feel cheap. This is why I hate fighting invaders. Don't give up. There has to be something we can do.
Nah, dude. We're done. Let's charge in one last time and get blown to smithereens. I always wanted to go out like a bunch of dirty fireworks.
We're all of options. Are we really going to die here? Just when all hope seemed lost. Take my
cryptoglobin.
No. I heard Haruko's voice faint and weak, but still determined on my comm channel. Haruko, I thought you'd passed out. Never mind that. Just absorb my cryptoglobin. It's the only way. Absorb your cryptoglobin? What are you talking about?
Am I not being clear enough? I want you to kill me. I'm not going to die anyway. You may as well take my power and save yourself.
Oh, if I'm going to die anyway, yeah.
But you're my friend. I could never kill you. I may die, but you'll still have hope. You'll still have the spare suit. Use it to figure out the sponsor's secret and defeat them. Kill me so you can survive.
You can't be serious. There's no way I could do this.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Do it now. Take my power and survive. Darumi.
Oh, no. For a moment, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Darumi had thrust a knife into Haruko's back.
Mistress Hiroko! Mistress Hiroko!
She's crazy.
Your power flowing into me! I can feel you inside me!
Well, that's not good. I tried to stop her, but it was too late. Darumi absorbed more and more of her blood. Hiruko's body began to shrivel up and dry up.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, man. I never felt this kind of energy before. I'm in the zone now. I feel like I could fly. Like I could do anything. Yahoo!
Darumi threw back her head and let out a crazed cry of elation. Totally at odds with what just happened. Don't you realize what you've done, Darumi? You just killed Hiruko. Save the recriminations, yeah. The recriminations for later. Takumi. Now that it's reached this point, we have to see it through. But Haruko is... Tarumi's overflowing with power right now. She actually be able to beat that commander. Yugamu was right. Tarumi was stronger than ever. She rushed around the battlefield like a berserker, swinging her weapons in every direction, even charging at the commander without the slightest traces of fear.
No one can stop me now.
By the time we were able to take stock of our surroundings, we realized the commander was no longer there. Did he just leave? Yeah, it seems that way. Had we really won somehow? It didn't really feel real. Relax, he's gone. I don't sense any trace of his presence anymore. Also, that thing gave her life to get us is still here, and it's still intact. Yugamu held up the suitcase Hiruko had brought from the school. It's most likely had the spare of the sponsor's suit inside. We've done what we set out to do. Make no mistake, this is a win for us. It's just we had to pay a pretty big price for it. Yugamu's gaze wandered to Haruko's body. It was bad enough that she sustained fatal damage trying to bail Darumi out. But then her cryptoglobin was absorbed by the very person whose life she saved. As for Darumi herself, she was just staring blankly up at the sky. I could only imagine how she felt, having just killed someone who'd been like a sister to her. But before I could say anything... Darumi? Her eyes rolled to the back of her head and she fell to the ground. Looks like she finally ran out of steam. You'll have to carry her for now, Takumi. I'll dig a grave for Haruko. Here's a good resting place for her as any. Yugamu began digging with an old piece of wood. And when the hole was big enough, gently lowered Haruko's body into the ground.
Hiruko. I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
And I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I'll use the suit you worked so hard to get us to figure out the sponsor's weakness, and then...
I'll defeat them and end this game. I promise.
We will return to the school, determined to carry on what Haruko had started. Unfortunately. I have no idea where to even start with this tech. This is weird. Yugamu and I had gone back to my room, looked at the suit, but looking at it was about all we could do. Neither of us knew anything about electronics or wearable technology or whatever it was that made this suit tick. Analyzing how it worked and how it got past its defenses was going to be hard, if not possible. Well, it's a protective suit made out of some kind of specialized material. That's about all I can say. Yeah, I can't figure out anything else either. How can something so flimsy block our attack so completely? We'd worked so hard to get it. This feels like such a waste.
Hey!
Darn it. If only we had somebody with actual engineering knowledge on our side. As if in answer to my exasperated cry. No, come on. Someone's here at this. You don't think it's the sponsor, do you? It's not totally out of the question. They might have realized we got our hands on the suit just like theirs. The bell rang again. Pretending I wasn't here when it only put off the inevitable, the sponsor was relentless. If I was going to die anyway, I might as well put up a fight from here on. I took a deep breath and opened the door. Tsubasa! I definitely hadn't expected to see her standing on the other side. Since this game began, everyone except Yugamu and Haruko had been keeping their distance from me. Tsubasa's eyes were downcast. She looked like she might start to cry. Hey, what's wrong? Howdy, Tsubasa. You're looking pretty grief-ridden this evening. Something bothering you? We'd be glad to listen if you want to talk about it. I have a feeling we're not the kind of people you really want to confide in, though. Yugamu's laid-back attitude did nothing to put Tsubasa at ease. Eventually, she did speak on her own.
I'm sorry, Takumi. I'm so sorry.
Okay, you know, but apology accepted. All of a sudden, she burst into tears. Calm down, Tsubasa. What's this all about? What are you apologizing for? Is it because you didn't let me join your team? You don't have to worry about that. I'm doing fine. No, it's not that. I was there, Takumi. When Haruko was fighting that commander, I watched the whole thing. Huh? Tsubasa was there too? I wanted to help. If I'd activated my Hemo-Onima, I could have used my car to get Haruko and Terumi out of there and bringing them back to the school. But I was so scared I couldn't move, and I was wondering, what should I do? Haruko got wounded, and then she... I'm sorry, Haruko. I'm sorry, Takumi. I just stood there and let her die. I know apologizing won't fix this, but... I had no idea what to say. I knew all too well how much it hurt not being able to save someone. That's why I knew nothing I could say would take away the pain. But before I could even try... You're right, Tsubasa. A simple apology isn't going to cut it. Yugamu got there first, speaking in a harsh tone. I hadn't heard him use before. You didn't save Haruko when you had the chance. That also put our lives in danger. That's not the kind of crime you can just wipe clean. Letting someone die is basically the same as killing them. And you had the gall to give Takumi the cold shoulder. At least he still has a shred of human decency in him. That's more than I can say for you. Yugamu, I know you're mad, but that's going too far. Tsubasa already feels terrible. She doesn't need you making it worse. No, it's fine, Takumi. He's right. I'm always like this. Whenever there's any kind of conflict, I just go with the crowd. When Gaku died, I suspected you because that's what everyone else was doing. Yeah, she's done this a lot, too. A lot. It was the same when we decided to form teams. Everyone said to stay away from you, so that's what I did, too. I never stand up to make important decisions for myself. And now, Haruko is dead because of me. Terumi probably heartbroken too. I could have stopped all that from happening. Wow, she really did see everything. She's probably still in shock. I'm a terrible person, treating my friends' lives so little respect. It's so disgusting, it makes me want to pee. Tsubasa didn't stop dry heaving. She vomited all over the floor. Tears still streaming down her face. You're amazing, Takumi. You jumped right in to the fight. that commander and try to save Haruko? I can't believe I've been so awful to you all this time. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Takumi, for everything. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't complete. I'd be lying if I said I was ready to completely forgive Tsubasa and call it water in the bridge. But I wasn't going to hold anything against her. Not when she is suffering this much. Just the thought I was still capable of some kind of compassion was comfort in itself. Simp, don't forgive. The tears are lies. They can cry at will. Oh, he's about to call it out. Sigma Yugamu over here. You can cry all you want. It's not going to erase what you did. The world wouldn't need the police if atonement was easy. What's with you today, Yugamu? Tsubasa made some mistakes, but you don't need to be so hard on him. Tsubasa, if you really want to make up for letting Haruko die, there's only one way.
Indirectly or not, you caused a death. Now you have a duty to save lives instead.
Save lives? But how do I do it?
Oh.
Just as suggested, but how about you join me and Takumi? We were working on something that we could save everyone. And we just so happen to need everybody with your particular skill set. It's kind of like carrying on Haruko's legacy, too. This is what she gave life for. Of course, it'll mean putting yourself in a lot of danger, but what do you say? Will you help us? Tsubasa didn't say anything for a while. She stood there staring at him. Then she nodded. And then as if she'd come to a important decision. Okay, I don't know what you guys are up to, but if it could save everyone, I'm in. So what do you want from me? When Tsubasa said that, Yugamu turned to me and went, Now it makes sense. He made her feel worse so she would feel she had no choice but to join us to a town. I can see why he manipulated the feelings like that. Do we need all the help but we do need all the help we can get. Here's how it is, Tsubasa. I told Tsubasa all about the secret plans. How we formed an alliance to take down the sponsor and end the game. How, thanks to Haruko, we now had to spare of the kind of suit the sponsor wore. A spare suit? Whoa, awesome. It's a real thing.
Huh?
I see Haruko risked everything to get us this. Yeah, but this stuff isn't really our area. We've got no idea where we're supposed to do with it to learn anything useful. What do you think, Tsubasa? Do we need some kind of special machinery to analyze this thing, or what? Maybe we should take it to the metal shop. We don't want anyone to find out we've got this too, though. Somewhere we can investigate without being seen, huh? I might be able to help with that. You see, there's a secret lab. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who knows about it. When you guys see it, it'll knock your socks off. Is that crazy? You'll understand once we get there. Come on. I'll take you there now. Follow me. Okay, let's go to the secret lab. We made our way to the secret lab she found. Oh, we're going to there. Finally, we arrived to the raised stage. This is a secret lab, I guess. People don't come here that often. Back up, guys. You're gonna fall. Go ahead. Go stand on the edge for a second. Fall? Fall where? Tsubasa shooed us to the edge of the stage, then knelt down and began to move a broken floor. All at once, the board came loose and a hole. Peeling back, that one board somehow made a huge hole appear on the stage. I happened to find a map of this room when I was fixing the corpse recovery drone program using the war room computer. Sorry to have kept it a secret all this time. I wanted a place this like this I could have all to myself. No. You made the right call. Now we have somewhere we can talk without worrying about the I'm gonna warn you, try not to be too shocked by what you see in there. Even if you are, try not to scream. It's like an echo chamber down there. Shocked, scream, what in the world is this lab? I don't know if I could explain it all that well, It'll be easier to show you. There's a ladder leading down. Come on. Before he says, sure. We follow Tsubasa down the ladder and into the secret basement. Sure enough, we were greeted at the bottom, something I'd never seemed to imagine. Yep. I had to hold myself back from letting the wordless cry of surprise. Inside the lab was a large machine that looked like some kind of spaceship. This is the escape pod. I've seen it before, of course, at the end of my first day, 100 days here. But I never expected to see it here like this. Yeah, I was shocked when I first saw it too. I knew it must be the pod you told us about. This place is probably designed to store it safely until it's needed. Is there any chance that you can get this thing working? I thought of that, but it's no good. It's locked up tight, and there's no way to get in. We could probably force it open, but we can't exactly go into space with the dangerous door. It must have security measures to stop anyone using it before day 100. That's the only time we were allowed to leave this room. Well, we could think about that pod later. Let's concentrate on the suit for now. Do you need any machinery from the metal shop we could get for you? No, I should be fine. There's plenty of gear in here for me to get started. I looked around the lab and yeah, it's full of miscellaneous machines and equipment. Probably stuff Tsubasa had already brought down here. There were also a lot of weapons for some reason. I figured I'd make those and keep them here for emergencies. And just in case we ever need a hold up in here. I've snuck some food supplies in too. Help yourself if you get hungry. This is a real stronghold down here. It'll make a perfect HQ for the anti-sponsor alliance. So, how are we going to investigate the suit's capabilities? Got any experiments in mind? You basically want to know how to break through this suit's defenses, right? Fastest ways to figure out that is to try out a bunch of stress tests and see how it holds up. By stressing its resistance to stretching, pressure, elasticity, elastic and plastic deformations. We can start by getting a better idea of the fracture toughness. Deformation? Fracture? Some of those terms were lost on me, but at least one of us knew what they were doing. Okay, well, let's get started. Figuring out this suit's weakness is our only first step. Once we've done that, we're taking down the sponsor. We spent the rest of the night testing and analyzing the suit any way we could. With that, everybody, that is the end of day 30. We're going right into day 31. We'll figure out what the next morning is going to be on our next video. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been wild. It sucks. The second best Haruko. We lost second best Haruko. Number one Haruko, chapter 13, of course. She's my bae. I tried to kiss her. It did not work out. I died. But, you know, chapter 15 Haruko, pretty solid. Pretty sweet. Darumi, unhinged. This is not going to be good for us in the long term. I'm really scared for her. The sponsor mystery. Oh, I love it. It's going to be so cool. Let's find out more about this lore. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Goodbye, YouTube land. Bye-bye.